So yeah, hello. It's been ages since my last upload, and this upload is guaranteed not art related, but we'll get there at some point. I'm trying to be consistent, by the way. So the costly pictures you're seeing is not me. It is a client who paid and asked me for 60 individual pieces of Coscard. It has 6 different designs up front and I think 5 different designs for the back. For those who will be interested in knowing the apps that I use, the software, the materials, I'll try my best to link them in the description box. But for the software, I am using Photoshop CS3, A4 Canvas 300 dpi or resolution, and the standard size of ID, which you can search. I think it is 85.6 mm by 53 or 54 mm. You can search it up. The first thing that I always do is to crop the layout or the file they sent me into the standard size of ID. Then I will proceed into my A4 canvas and put them in it. 10 copies landscape, so it would be 5 right side and 5 left side. I have to compress them as much as I can and put them in the center of the canvas or the layout. I am not entirely sure if there is any way or method of doing Coscard in another layout, another software, but I'm pretty sure I've heard about Canva, but I haven't explored it, and I prefer this way since I've been doing this for like months, and my previous work or job was quite similar with this one, so I'll do this way. So as much as possible, use guidelines, or I don't know what you call that, but that blue lines that you can remove and undo. Use that to center your image. Make sure that your front page and back page is layered like on the video you can see I am trying to center it, so it's one above another, or I don't know how you call that, but yeah, that one. I'm sorry, my English is dying. So don't forget to make a sample print to see if your layout is going to be centered when it comes to printing. When I first started this side hustle, it's really hard to get the layout match the back and the fronts. A little tip is that just make 2 top print for the test print so you can see if it matches the lines of the print, like if the picture of front and back matches each other, just to be less on the expense of materials. And you can always trial and error. It's always okay. My voice is dying. I have cold right now, but then after the printing, we will proceed on the cutting. I have this photo top in different designs. This one I'm holding is glossy. There is 2 ways of applying this, but I prefer cutting it in the middle, then applying it to the prints. You can also do it by A4, but doing it in A4 without splitting it into 2 gives me a hard time applying it. It's just that I prefer splitting it into 2 since my error is reduced in this way, and it's not that big, so I won't struggle applying it. Just make sure your paper is clean and just apply the photo top in the photo in that way in the video. There is this thing called squidgy. You can get one and use it for your convenience. I didn't get one since I don't necessarily need it. And just apply it by my hand, a clean cloth, or manually, because it's way easier for me to do that in that method. So I trim the photos in the excess Photoshop on sides. Then you should laminate it so the photo would be secured and it would be likely to be water resistant. And here goes the printing. Just wait for it. I usually do 2 times of laminating, so it will be much more sticking into the photo paper and it won't peel off.
The thing is, you don't necessarily need to split the prints into 5 right and 5 left in terms of the cutting, laminating, and applying Photoshop. It is much easier and more efficient when you do it in the A4, based on my experience, but doing it and applying the Photoshop in A4s doesn't work. It's not working for me. Even if I use the laminator that I currently have, or by manual, by squeegee, or by hand, I always got 2 or more errors with it. So I just, no, I'm not going to do that. I'll just manually do it 5 by 5. Yeah.
Then when it comes to cutting, I'll use the cutting board that I have. I got this for like 3 USD or 5 USD. Then after cutting, if the client wants the round corner, and I'll just punch the corner of each Coscard into round using the round cutter that I have, since the actual cutter for ID, PVC, anything that in the standard size is quite expensive. It's like 1,000 peso, or maybe let's say 20 USD. Yeah. So manually is more cheaper but time consuming. So you can see me just cutting here, there, trying to finish this on time. So most of the time after cutting all the edges for round edge or corner cuttings, I proceed on to packing and or taking photo shoot or pictures of the output of the product so I can post it in my account to get more client, and as a proof for the current client so they can see it, whether they have any revisions or errors, they should be aware of it. Then after packaging, I usually pack by 50s per bags, but this is 60s, it won't fit on my 50s box, so I'll just make them 30s by 30s. Then I will wrap it into paper for more security. Trigger warning, there would be sharp things that I'll show later, since after this I'll need to make a box. I print the box. I just lifted the soft copy or the template online and put a logo of my shop. I'll just manually do it, cut it, and do the bags by myself. I do not currently have any double-sided tape, so I just use the excess of Photoshop that should be able to hold the box for me. So there you go. I'll just snip and fold the box and then insert the Coscard. And there we have the box, 2 boxes, and taking picture to send it for the client so they can book something and grab it for me. Then the packaging, a pouch, then putting some fragile sticker so it will be carried with security and care.
I'm not watching Moist Critical, don't worry. So there you go. I just put the stickers how I usually do it. Yeah. And that's how I do it. It is done and ready to be picked up by rider or courier. So thank you for watching. I hope you learned something from this content. If you're wanting to start something similar to this, go ahead. Don't worry, we fail, and it's a part of it. It's been like few months before I get actual orders, but when I started, it's always just my friends, like three of them who orders from me. So it's like, yeah, my income is from three friends that orders just two times, three times, and then vacation came and I tried my best to promote, and here it goes. I am here now. Having I'm receiving regular amount of order, which is like okay amount, but yeah, I wish there would be more, but yeah, I hope this helped, and at most I hope you're somehow be inspired of it. If you have questions, leave it in the comments, then I'll try my best to answer it. Goodbye and see you in the next upload. Bye.